Okay, so, you know, it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, I know. It's a lot more difficult for me to edit videos at the moment because one, my Wi-Fi is abysmal at the moment, I need to get that sorted, and two, I'm currently in the, well, I'm not really sure how, but I'm currently suffering burnout, so I get exhausted very easily. I am getting it looked at, but it is a health concern, obviously, so that's something that is affecting my uploading because it takes a lot of energy just to film, just to edit videos, just to do basic things, exhaust the hell out of me to the point where I can barely move. It is a bit of a problem. I'm going to get sorted out. I hope it's something I can sort very quickly because it is concerning. Either way, I have a rather large parcel here. This is another unboxing, and this is a very special one again because it's something I've been hunting down for a while, and especially this particular variant. If you've seen the thumbnail and you've seen the title of the video, it is the original Generation 1 Devastator, but not an ordinary version. This is the Encore anime accurate version as well. So I'm pretty stoked about this. Now, the seller was located in Australia. I had to get this imported because I've never seen one for sale in the UK, and this thing is so rare that it was the only one in eBay at the time, and I snagged it immediately when I had the chance. And I do also have some of my other Decepticons as well from the you know, the movie and the first couple of seasons of G1. I've got another Megatron that is completed. Megatron is so complete that I even have the instruction manual as well, the original manual. This is 41 years old. The whole thing is. And this is a full-on original, not a knockoff, not a reissue. It's an original release as well, which is nice. I've also got Blitzwing as well, and I've got these for size comparisons. So I've got this is a Takara Blitzwing as well, and I also have my old Astro Train, who is now complete with his gun. I got his gun a while ago, and he's now complete. I just need new stickers. And given the famous scene in the 1986 movie where Springer starts launching torpedoes at him, I also have Springer, which is pretty cool. I need to get his parts, sorry, his weapons, but again, other than that, I've got the figure and he's in good condition. This set is completely mint. This is a mint set. Obviously, I'm going to be taking out and putting on my shelf, but I will be keeping the box because the box is nice, and I do keep the boxes now. Let me just see if I can handle the camera a little bit so you can see what I'm doing, because you know, I already ripped off the addresses off the shipping label just so they don't show up. Maybe I should have ripped the whole thing off. I do want to be careful because this is a large box and the box inside isn't actually as big. But again, I don't want the knife to go through and slash the actual box. And I can see that that's not going to happen. The newspaper's wrapping, and I've just seen part of it already. The artwork, which is going to be pretty nice, and that is amazing. You can sort of see it right here. This is really, really nice. Let me just put that to the side, get the blade in because I don't want that scratching or damaging my bed. Oh wow, it even it's still got the Japanese yen price tag on it. I'm sorry, that is just cool, man. It has the original freaking yen on it. 10,395 yen. Usually I wouldn't keep labels like that on, but this one I will make an exception for. That is fucking cool, and I did not notice that in the images that were shown on eBay. I'm sorry, I can't. That's kind of funny, actually. We've got this little piece of masking tape here. Remove that. I'm pretty stoked actually as well with that yen thing. The box is a little bit worn on the edges, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. And yeah, so it is quite a smallish box. I'll carefully undo the tape here. I really do not want to damage the box. It's done a little bit. Tape, it does that. Now obviously I do have to at some point put the stickers on. I'm not going to do that on the video because that will just take, that will make the video longer than it needs to be. Right, I should have cut the tape really, but not a big deal. Cut that there. And then you can even see, look, it's even got the, you know, the change, I think, combined, whatever it is. I don't know what a lot of this says. This is, you know, obviously it's in Japanese. I do know that says Transformers, Bone Crusher, Scavenger, Scrapper. Again, I don't know how to say any of these names in Japanese, but based on what I know of Transformers and what's obvious, and I know the names of these characters, I can pretty much tell what this is like. You know, Hook. I think, yeah, that's Hook. And again, this is what obviously say something about Devastator or Constructicon's an anime version. I can't read Japanese. I wish I could. I've just realised the artwork on the back of there is nice. You got the original Blitzwing, and the Devastator used here is actually the classic original toy release, which is nice. It doesn't seem to be the tech specs thing. I think that might have been on the original vintage boxes. I know some of the reissues did have the tech specs. I don't know if the Constructicons came with the tech specs. I don't know. But you got, look at all that Japanese writing right here. And the cardboard's actually quite thick on this box as well, which is kind of cool. Either way, just open this carefully. It's kind of a bummer that there's no polystyrene insert, but I don't think a lot of the G1s had polystyrene inserts. The only reason I'm thinking that is because of the White Tigers one, which I'm looking at right now. Oh gosh, this is a little bit of a... That is really... Come on. There we go. I was a bit stuck in there. Ooh. Oh, wow, that is nice. Got the collector card right there, and I've just noticed as well the stickers. Now, I have read about this set, and it does have a few issues. This set, for some reason, I don't know why, it has been known to have mold degradation. The stickers don't quite adhere as well, and sometimes some copies of this set, the Mixmaster is missing his head. QC issues. If mine is missing his head, it's not a problem. I can just buy a broken Mixmaster on eBay for cheap and use the head for parts. I'll put these to the side and take a look at them in a minute, because I want to get these guys out. We've got pretty much everything here, all the blasters, the individual combiner parts, and seems the rub symbols are already applied. Like if I show off Hook right there, his rub symbol's already on, which is pretty cool. Now I don't want to, is that tape? Oh yeah, that's taped on. I would usually have my bandana on, but I kind of want to keep it off for the video. Right, so let's see. I do know that, like I said, I do know some of the original vintage Transformers did have polystyrene in the packaging, like the full-on polystyrene trays. Metroplex, I believe, was one of them. And like I said, I do have an original Metroplex, but he's missing parts. I've got to complete him, which I can find the parts easily on eBay. I've just not got around to it. I've got the fists and I've got the twin barrel gun that goes on his back. That's what I've got for the moment. I need to get more. Jesus, why is that not? Okay, now there we go. I'm not gonna lie, this is tough to fucking unbox. Like, this thing's, jeez. I wasn't expecting this to be so freaking. Fucking hell. Excuse my language. Come on. I'm trying to do this carefully because there's loads of little bits in here. I don't want them flying all over the place. Put that to the side. I might keep these plastic trays actually, which is not something I usually do, but they could be helpful for keeping these pieces contained. Right, now the first one I'm going to look at is Mixmaster, because he's the one that has the head. And he has his head. That is a huge sigh of relief, because like I said, there were reports of some missing the head, but as you can see, he has his head. And you'll notice as well, he has his, you know, his purple drum, which is accurate to the cartoon, and his shade of green is different. And the rub symbol is already pre-applied, which is nice. Let's see if I can activate that. Because it's heat activated. So either rubbing your finger on it or, you know, breathing breath on it will activate it. And right now it is not, so I'm not going to try and force it anymore. That does look good. There's a little spot up there, I think there for his gun. I'm going to turn him into his robot mode for the moment. And that's a little loose, so I might tighten that up at some point. There we go, pull the arms out. I don't know which one of these guns is his, so I'm not going to bother with the guns for the moment. I'm just going to get the individual robots transformed. Does this still fire? Because you've got this little dual thing piece right here. That still flies. That's pretty good. That's not actually too bad, actually. Come on. And there is Mixmaster so far without the stickers. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That is a little loose for my liking. That could be, it could be like that on the others. I don't know. I will tighten it up though, because I might not actually, because if I'm going to mainly be displaying these guys combined, before we go, there's a quick comparison, you know, size-wise. They're actually bigger than I expected them to be. I expected these guys to be a lot smaller. They're actually quite a decent size. Compare with Blitzwing, we just compare with the original Destron Megatron, because this one is also a Takara. Obviously they're a lot smaller than Meg's here, but Meg's was quite big anyway, because of his gun mode. And even then, the gun mode is actually 30% smaller than a real Walther P38. I know, because I've handled a replica of a Walther P38 many years ago. They are big, heavy, chunky handguns, despite only using a 9mm bullet. Okay, so that is Mixmaster, and I will say, it's very nice to see the chrome in good condition. You know, a lot of my G1s have got slight chips on the chrome because they're pre-owned. I've never ever bought a mint Generation 1 Transformer set before, or just any G1 Transformer. I've never bought one mint before until this. So this is full on 100% pristine, which is nice, and it's very satisfying. And I will be applying the stickers, obviously, but that does look good. And the drum even spins, even though you can't really see it. So we'll put Mixmaster to the side. We get the others out of the way. So that's Mixmaster. We'll start with Longhorn. I already know how to transform these because I've seen reviews so many times that I have downloaded into my head. So here we have Longhorn. He is a dump truck. There's his rub symbol. A really stupid place for it. It's not going to be easy to activate that. This is a little loose in these bits. As you can see, it's kind of falling. A little bit of nail polish in there will solve that. There we go. Except as soon as I get into its robot mode configuration, it becomes really tight. Again, I'm trying to be careful with this as well. I don't want to break anything, and that is flexing a little bit. So, I see, it is actually meant to, there we go. Just gently push it a little and it does tab into place. Little arms, fold this back like so. Again, I'm trying to be careful with this as well, because this is a hard set, and you know, I don't want to break anything as well. Flip up the head, and that head does not seem to want to stay down. Oh, there we go. And that is Longhorn. He's not bad, actually. He's a pretty cool one. You know, obviously, just like Mixmaster, you can move his arms. So far, I'm not having any problems, which is good. Ah, that's interesting. Some of the stickers have already been applied. I know this is mint, so they must have been factory applied. And then again, the mint, you can't get more proof of it being mint than the tape all being on. Right, we'll do Hook next. And Hook is the Constructicon with a very, you know, the most simple name of all. A single syllable name. And that still moves and this still extends. And is now tight. That's quite tight actually. And this still hinges, which is good. And that's even chrome as well. Obviously they do all have some die cast. Well, I don't know about all of them. I know some of them have die cast, like this little piece right here, which is a combiner port, is die cast. And Hook was a weird one to transform. And I will be doing a separate review of these at some point. That piece right there is also die cast, so you literally have to slide his spine out, which is a bit mad. I'm so far don't seem to be having any problems with this, you know, with joint tolerances. That's a little bit loose, so maybe spoke a little too soon. Just slide that back in, and just look at that, and that's a little loose, but again, nothing a bit of nail polish won't fix. And there's Hook. It looks pretty good. It does look pretty neat actually. These do look really good. And again, pristine chrome is always a nice thing to see. Right, we'll do Scavenger next. So Scavenger is a kind of excavator. It's pretty nice that that moves actually. Again, you got the rub symbol. So that goes down. Let's see. These again, they all. I know that this one, that little piece right there that holds these legs on is die cast, and the combiner port is also die cast. And again, just being very careful because this is quite old, and you know, I don't want to break it. Ah, that's interesting. And they're on ball joints. Oh no, they're not on ball joints. They're just on simple peg pieces. see. Come on. So far, this set seems to hold up pretty well. Like I said, I did read mold degradation and was expecting problems, especially with the wiki. It did say that there are problems with transformation due to mold degradation, which again doesn't, you know, I would have just tied up some joints, because I've seen figures that have had mold degradation. I've seen them reviewed, and the most of the case, just the joints are loose. And there is Scavenger. He's a bit weird looking, I'm not going to lie, but you know, it's an 80s toy. He does work though. He works pretty well. No problems there. And again, the combiner port is die-cast, which is pretty cool. Nice chrome as well. And again, the painted faces, that's one of the reasons I wanted this set. Those faces being painted is gorgeous. Nice metallic red with silver in there. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Right, we'll do Bone Crusher next. Bone Crusher. Yeah, I do remember owning a slightly undersized knockoff in G2 Orange years ago, but now I have a real one. This is definitely bigger than I remember it being. Again, you got the factory sticker applied there. Let's see, flip that. And these... oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't notice that. The arms actually tab in together. Rotate gently. Again, you can tell this is brand new. Geez, a lot of creakiness. I don't know when this was originally released. Why won't that head? Ah. That head is a little bit... ah, there we go. It just needed a good old snap into place. And again, this guy also has die-cast and chrome. And I was... yeah, and again, the legs piece is right there. The little silver bit in the legs is die-cast metal and is polished. And that's a little loose. Not a big deal. I might just tighten up the screw in there. Yeah, the arms aren't creaking anymore. It's because it was brand new and it's old. That's pretty good, actually. It's a pretty cool little guy, actually, is a Bone Crusher. Bit of a violent name, that, isn't it? Bone Crusher. Then again, there's literally one called Cutthroat, which is not one of these guys. Okay, so now we have the leader of the group, which is ironic because most of the time in a combiner team, the leader forms the chest. This guy is the leader, he forms one of the legs. Scrapper, as you can see, he looks pretty good. He's, again, a lot of the times you find these guys on eBay loose, this part is missing because it comes off for some reason. I'm not really sure why, it's just the way it is. It still says it's that's a bit odd. I know this set is made in Japan, but for some reason the manufacturing stamp on here says made in China, which is weird. That is bizarre. But again, this set has never been knocked off, and I know it is in a full-on authentic one. Do those come out? No, they don't. So that goes back. I'm trying to get his little noggin out. Come on. There we go. And there is Scrapper. Bit annoying that this doesn't fall down anymore, but there's no real room to put an extra hinge in there. And that is Scrapper, the leader of the Constructicons. That's pretty darn cool. And now I'm going to basically put them together and form Devastator. What's pretty cool is the head. Oh, it actually has the hole for the gun at the side. I wasn't expecting that, actually. Yeah, so they remolded the head to be completely cartoon accurate, which is nice. That's pretty cool, again. And the forearms are black as well, rather than being purple. And they still have the springs in. I can see the springs, so they still work, which is nice. They seem to be painted. Yeah, that is... okay, that is weird. They're painted. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little bit of purple in there. They are painted rather than moulded in black, which is weird. They should have just moulded them in... you know, why not? Why paint it black? You could just mould it in black. Whatever, not a big deal. Okay, so I'm going to take Mixmaster first. Eject that, and I'm going to basically get him back into his vehicular mode, and then this slides, and that is really tight out, and then flips up. So that's one leg done. Scrapper, head goes in, these come up, and they do kind of lock into place a little bit. But that does not really allow much clearance, I'm not going to lie. Oh, that's interesting. That little bit, that is interesting. I was not expecting that. Now that looks a bit better. That does look better now. Okay. I was expecting to have a problem there, but nope. Okay, so that's those, and then this piece comes in, which these combiner pieces can actually be used in vehicle mode as well. So this is where okay. Just trying to figure out how this. I would look at the instructions, but like I said, I already know. Ah, there we go. Get this in there. Actually, it's quite a good fit. I was expecting the fit to be worse. Again, like I said, the mold degradation. So, bloody hell, that is actually a fucking good fit. I'm quite surprised at how well this has held up. So they're the lower legs done, and now we need long haul. Let's fold these in, like so, and that flips up, get that up out of the way. Jeez. And then these go like so, and they're staying there, which is good. That then flips back. This then how does that, there we go. Yeah, it's just about, you know, I could look at the instructions, but it's like I already know how this goes together because I've seen a load of videos, and it's just a case of taking time and not forcing anything, as I don't want to snap. Come on. I'm going to remove these two actually, just to make it a little easier. This is... Come on, Mix Master. Right now he's fucking stuck. Come on. I'm not expecting anything to be stuck. Ah, there we go. Right. Again, I'm being more careful than usual because I don't want to break this. Right, so... Come on, you shitter. Because that is not actually clipping in right now. There we go. There we go. That's locked in nicely now. There's a bit of a bugger that was, I'm not going to lie. Just get the legs back on. Again, I'm trying not to be as forceful on this because I don't want to break it. I do not want to break this. Come on. It's just a matter of patience and lining things up. There we go. Again, more cautious than usual. If this wasn't as old as it and that popped off. Not expecting that to fly off. There we go. Squeeze that in nicely. There we go. Right, so that's the lower body more or less done. Just need to get this piece out of here, which is the little crotch plate. And that pegs right under there. So that's officially the lower half of the body done, which is nice. Right, so I'm going to put that to the side, come to hook here, for a bit of a... I'm dreading this one. Pull this out, like so. And in this, what's really cool is the fact the hook does this. You know, it completely folds in half, more or less. Flip out. That's... fucking hell, that's tight. That piece of die cast. Take the head unit, and that then fucking almighty, where does this Come on. There we go. That then fits there. I'm going to take a chest piece and just get that to the side for the moment. That actually pegs in quite securely, so I'm expecting this to line up pretty well. Oh good lord, this is going to be a... This is fucking tight. I do not want to have to remove the legs again. Oh fuck it, I'm going to have to... And remove this crotch plate as well. Jeez, come on. Come on. Jeez Louise, that is going to definitely need... Yeah, that's going to need loosening up because I can't get it fully down. It's a little bit of an angle. I'm just going to leave it like that for now and maybe loosen up later on. Might just be a case of a teeny tiny bit, a little bit of sanding, because again, I do want this to be where I can review it and not have problems trying to transform it. But so far, everything is stupidly tight and is a bit concerning for me. And again, let's see if I take this. And again, as well, when I review, when I get around to the review, it's going to have all the stickers on. I didn't clip that in all the way. There we go. That does not want to stay in there. So, some things need tightening, some things need loosening. Does that go in that hole, or does it go in? No, it goes in this one. Must do. Almost there. Is that? There we go. Okay. Stay in. Fucking G's. So that's so far without the arms and one of the legs wanting to force itself off. Yeah, some things are going to need a little bit of tweaking. Right. Actually, you know what? I'll put this down here for the moment. Bone Crusher next, because he's an easy one. You just get him into vehicle mode and attach to combiner parts. So, like this. Okay, now that has now the good thing is these arm pieces, they're actually not symmetrical. As you can see, actually if I could help getting them around, you can see that the ports are different. So this one has a hole at the top, this one has a hole at the bottom. This one is for Bone Crusher. Yeah, this is definitely going to need some... I'm dreading disassembling this again. Really. Just quickly put the fist in. That's pretty powerful, jeez. Right, so that is that arm done. That's actually quite a good arm, you know, for an old 80s toy, that's actually quite a good looking arm of a combiner. And that one goes right into this die-cast port, and it rotates as well. Ooh, it's ratcheted. Fucking hell, that is nice. Okay, so we're getting there. It's popping down there. He stands quite well actually on carpet, which I was not expecting to be the case. And the guns are going all over the place, as they do. Right, so I'm going to take this tray right here, and I'm also going to get Devastator's gun out, because Devastator has his own gun. which is a bit odd considering he never used it in the show. Take that gun, stick that in his hand. That's a bit small for Devastator, I'm not going to lie, but you know, he's not one to ever use guns in the show. He's always just smashed things with his bare hands, especially in the 1986 movie. So, and Hook's very... Hook. Scavenger, you pretty much just get him back into vehicle mode. Really? And then also flip out that port, because that is the combiner port. Move that out the way. Take the combiner piece. And just... Ah, that's actually a nice fit. That's not too tight and it's not too loose and it's easy to move, which is good. A lot of the other connections are tight as shit, which is scary. Because I don't want to break this, especially as it cost me nearly 200 quid. Right, okay. So we got that on. Again, just handling him very carefully because this is very hard to find. Release. Peg that in. And oh dear, it's a pain in the arse. Can I have 1 point today assembling this without a piece being stupidly tight and making me think I'm going to break it? There we go. And yeah, the other arm moves there. And oh, that's ratcheted too. That's pretty good. And that is, without the stickers, Devastator, the cartoon accurate version, and I'm not gonna lie, that is really quite nice. That actually looks really freaking good. That looks really freaking cool actually. I'm gonna put the stickers on later on, but I've got to sort out that joint in there because that is stupidly tight and I'm really dreading taking this apart. But I mean just disassembling him into his individual Constructicons. But that's really nice. That is really nice and definitely very satisfying to have. Scaling, obviously, you know, he should be massive in the show. He's about, I'd say, a quarter bigger than Megatron, 25% bigger than Megs, which is fine. You know, these weren't really made to be scale worthy. And then we got Blitzwing, who, you know, fares a bit better in scaling, but not much. And then Astro Train. And I do not think I'll ever be able to hunt the Encore anime version of this down, because this is it. Because like this being an anime version, they did one of this with all the greys and purples of the show, and it's absurdly hard to find. Like, sorry, obscenely hard to find. I've never seen one on eBay except for a knockoff. Now I'm not buying a knockoff. And then we got Springer launching torpedoes at him. Obviously, if you look at Devastator from the back, it's not too bad actually, but that does look good. That does look nice. So, yeah, this is definitely a bloody good set. And that is a pretty good sturdy cardboard box as well, so... It's nice as well that they even modified the original artwork to show the head, which is cool. And that is fucking amazing. I love this. This is definitely something I'm very happy with, and I was pretty excited, pretty stoked for it, and I'm really happy with it. But I do dread, you know, obviously transforming and stuff because of joints, especially combining. The joints are tight, so it's one of those things where I guess I've just got to break it in, as it were. You know, the more I do it, they'll loosen up a little bit, and it will get easier. It's just obviously because it's brand fresh new. And again, I was quite lucky that the mold degradation hasn't been too bad. Which is something. So, that's good. That is really freaking good. I'm really happy with this. I really like this. Yeah. I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna put the stickers on, sort out that joint in there, and at some point take some photos. So, and then of course review it. So, you know, I'll see you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed looking at this, and stay tuned for the review.